NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, break.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Falcons at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ridder, 27 yards. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their 25-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the 31, Corral. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Corral right back to the air after the pick six. It's caught. Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Slot man moves right. Play action, Corral. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On third down, Corral. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Corral throwing for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 22. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Now Reg Szn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy.
Complete to number 17. A gain of 11.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the option to give to Swift here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Melange. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Okay, right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he's got some space here. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see him play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker. And he
will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre Swift, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here's Corral on 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Again, it's Corral.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he's going to have the 1st down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Corral with it, 1st down here. Crossing route complete to Ross. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Moore, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Corral.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd down, here's Corral.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong 1st half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the 1st half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yards.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Ready?
On the option to give to Swift here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Yellow. Blaster, stick. Hey,
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Go, 38.
They're going to look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Corral on first down. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corral. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Fourth down, Corral looking to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense
came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check smash.
Looking to throw. He's got a man, complete. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here's Swift.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
6, mega.
He'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Rashawn Gary. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Ball's red. Black, red. Red.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Koo knocks this one through the post. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know he's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's going to look deep for more. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Corral throwing for it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, Hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mirage again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
On 3rd and 1, Corral.
And that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Falcons are going to win the game.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the side of slot, young buck, holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, it's the sound system.